Okay, so hello. Uh, Today, well, not today. I already did a video today. For this video, much shorter because I'm still packing for my trip. But today, what I wanted to do was do a little factory tour. So I have videos of me talking about some of the factory changes, and there's like the factory setup, and there's NCADs, and there's info maps, and there's all a bunch of stuff. But that's all mostly from like the beginning of 1.4 when I released the factory, right? I keep working on them even after. But I wanted to show a bit more of it, just for someone who might be stopping by, like, what's this guy's factory look like, without having to sit through the setup video and to see it like in game, and not have to listen to like 50 minutes of me talking to see it. So that's what this is. Also, it's been a while since I've done like a little intro. I've normally just like, hey, I'm here. I've been in the factory for 4 hours. So let's get started. I don't want this one to be too long. So even with all the changes, however, this factory mostly functions the same as the last one. It makes all the same stuff. Like, I didn't change the production. I wouldn't really do that without putting out something for people who would want it. And it's still a work in progress. So here in Wuling City, let's start. Now, I wrote my notes down backwards because I'm at the south, and I was not supposed to be at the south to start.
The new track to the upcoming show. I gotta think about the choreography.
Controller. Okay, well, I guess it's not going to turn on right now. It's being a little butt. Okay, we'll just continue. So, as you can see, one of the big changes made earlier today was moving the planters down to southern Wuling City. I like it, but I might do something where I have just one planter output to both refining units. I think I'm going to do something like that instead. But I'll mess with that later. For now, it's here, and I like kind of like the way it looks. What I like is I didn't notice these Sea Picking units have two different colors on the side. So this one's like black and white. This one is like black and orange. Kind of cool. I did not notice that, and I really like it. So it was kind of cool to see that. Most other things have not changed too much. They're mostly also the same over here. Some of the pipes got changed. As you can see, the south got redone a little bit to put the crucible up here. And this has proven to be very nice. Overflow protection has proven to be pretty nice. I don't have to worry about destroying stuff. I can just do it whenever I want to. I do like that a lot. This over here, the pipes got slightly redone, and I had a couple ideas how to redo these pipes, but it'll probably happen more up here. Like, see how this corner is not lined up with this corner? I don't particularly like that, so I'll probably fix that. The battery area is mostly the same still. I really like that setup, so I'm probably going to keep that even into 1.5 if they let me. And same along this side. We have most of the same stuff, so pretty neat little setup. I like it. And then I say this way. Okay, so that's Wuling. Oh, one last thing. Let's show you my Aquagen farm. It's not impressive. Where's that? Where's the zip line? Oh, there it is. It's not impressive or anything, but it's just like, I think a lot of people still don't know about the Aquagen farms. You can use Aquagen now to do your farm. Like, I changed it around a little bit, as you can see. And what I did is each patch is like Jinkow, one of the 6 plants, or 4 plants. So Jinkow, Yazin, and then in the middle they correlate to their corner. And then this is Red Jade Ginseng, and this is Amber Rice, right? So I kind of did that. It's pretty little neat thing. Okay, so let's head down to Jingyu. So Jingyu also still has its planters. I didn't take them down in case I don't want them in Wuling City anymore. But I might do something about that, just in case somebody wants this. They can have all this free space. But Jingyu looks the same. I'll talk about that up there in that monstrosity. I still really like this. I don't know what it is about this little setup, but I really like what I did here. I think it's really cool, and I dig it a lot. I had this idea to move. I had moved my fluid tanks all from Markerstone up to Wuling City, and then I hated it. So I moved it here, and I was like, oh, I'll put them up on the ledge, and like maybe I can have them pour into each other, right? So like they fill up But when you do that, it's just a bunch of red cancel signs, and you know me and my red cancel sign. So I had to get all the liquid back out and into its fluid tanks again. It was a pain in the ass, y'all, let me tell you. But I left my pipes kind of up and was like, oh, maybe I'll just run something like this where the pipes are just constantly going. But I need to take down some of the pipe control ports. There's way too many, so it makes it look awful. But I think if I did that, it would not look awful. I just have to make sure all the pipes are like similar distance. Then they'd not like collide with each other, I believe. But yeah, that's what's going on there. The whole Kool-Aid pipes to the extreme. Okay, so yeah, not too much in Jingu. I like the way it looks, I like how it functions, and it has room for expansion, so pretty nice. Okay, let's move to Marker Stone. So Marker Stone and Yinglong, they had more changes to them. Especially, well, Yinglong probably had the most changes. We'll get to that. Okay, so here, conduits are a little bit different. Most of the conduits that need to be hooked up to something are up here in the north now, except for the one conduit outlet. So all the inlets are up here, and these two, as best as they can at least, kind of mirror each other of the 4 conduits or 4 refineries in a row for cuprium. With the next 4 extending that way, and then these 2 are just here for when if we get more cuprium, I can expand it just to right there, right? You can kind of see it's the same setup. With Zircon, I opted to go for just pipes again, and I managed to get it to be the same. So the outputs are the same, excuse me, and the inputs kind of look the same, except for obviously one water pipe is longer, but I'm not too worried about that. And these down here, just because of the space constraint. And I'm also not too worried about that either. That's looked like that since a very long time. Purification unit into a conduit inlet, right? Oh, my computer's on that weird ghosting thing, isn't it? I gotta restart it. Anyway, and we have a little bit of hedanite. I figured I could use the cuprium to make other stuff, but I just went ahead and let it make hedanite. I need to let people know that, like, hey, if you don't want this to make hedanite, you can just turn off this reactor over here and it'll be fine. Like, you can use the cuprium then to make something else. Or just turn off the 2 unloaders, right? And you can make, like, Jinkao tea or whatever you want without depleting your cuprium. But anyway, so nothing too crazy. That's the waters back there. I got the waters look a lot cleaner now, not be so jumbled. And I had to clean up the pipes here. I think one day the acid just took priority for some reason and clogged everything up because the hedanite was sharing with the acid, or the acid was sharing to both the cuprium solution and the hedanite, and it just caused this massive clog. I still don't really know what happened there. This is the conduits to test area. These are the conduits to test area, I'm sorry. They really should be up there along that wall, which is what I'll probably do. I'll probably move them to right here. But I have them down here for now. And I did something like this and recommended people do something like this so that if you ever change your base, you're not jumping between here and like all the way over. You're not jumping between Marker Stone's AIC area all the way to Jingu Valley to constantly set up your conduits whenever you change something in the base. You can just do it from right here, right? It's pretty nice. Alright, so that's Marker Stone. Oh, and there's more space. There's a lot more space right here to work with. People want it. You can move this wherever you want, right? So, okay. Yinglong Pass is what I've been working on the most. It's the newest thing as well. So I've been trying to like refine it. And I've gotten it to a place that I'm very proud of. I mean, I'm proud of the original, but this is even better, honestly. So the zone in, okay, hello Energen right in my face. Okay, so we'll actually start with the gas station over here, and there's Guardian Chubby Lung. But the gas station, I moved it over a little bit, but that's why that's back there. It's just identifiers, but it's much simpler now. You just combine one thing now. Then this one has to be connected in the base, from the base. On purpose, I left it that way so that you would know where it goes, instead of putting it in the base and like connecting it for you. To make sure the gas station is right, I mean, I would have to put it, the gas tank and all that mess, and this isn't really for other people, so it doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, so this is like my new little conduit row. The conduit, what I call it, conduit canyon? Yeah, it's conduit canyon. All right, and conduit, if you drive through, if you go through Conduit Canyon, you'll end up at the liquid generation station. Yes, that's the name of it. So liquids are made up here, so we can get some liquid shearite to power stuff. Mostly because we need acrogen, and this is sharing acrogen production and some extra Sheergen production. So that's pretty nice. This was a lot of like work to get set up nicely and even more clean than I had it before, and getting the numbers right. So there is technically excess Sheergen in here and liquid Sheeranite that I could pull out to use for other stuff, but I'm not min-maxing production, so I just let it burn out and go where it can and get overfilled. Like, it's fine. To the activator, just kind of burn it out instead of making something. They can just take a lot, right? So I opted for that instead of trying to actually make more production that just goes into the incinerator. From there, we can see the solid gas transmuting units right here and along this row. So this looks really cool. I like this view right here. Oh, wait, hold on. Like that, right? Ugh, I need ladies, sir. Oh, okay, sleepy. But yeah, so this I purposely tried to get these to be as in line as I could. One thing you might have noticed, you definitely didn't, not your fault, just how would you have seen it, you haven't seen the whole thing, is all the facilities are mostly in alignment in columns. I believe the only two kind of out of alignment, oh, nope, not really, even the conduits are. That conduit isn't, but that's fine, I'll move that. But they're mostly in columns aligned on both sides. They're in columns. It's really nice. I was really glad I was able to do that. So on this side up here, with next to the liquid generation station, oh, I meant to turn this off. We have heavy Sheeranite production, and it's just a very simple heavy Sheeranite production. I didn't do anything crazy. Until we get to the heavy Sheeranite sushi belt. Because for whatever reason, I have this thing, not sushi belt, the belt. Well, I guess it is kind of like a sushi belt, actually. But it doesn't come back around. But for whatever reason, I am fascinated with some kind of heavy Sheeranite carousel. I couldn't tell you why, but I really like it. And that's what's going on here. This takes us into pyrolite production, which starts with cuprium gas production over here. Background conduit canyon. So I got a little funky with these pipes on purpose. I just wanted them to look a little different than just all connecting into 4 and going somewhere. Same for the heavy Sheeranite. And this is also a pretty standard production style. I don't think anything is too crazy here, but I wanted it to be pretty clean, pretty easy to follow. And I used the space that I had of certain things in line. Like, this was in line from the beginning, so I just used the space with the gas reactor globes. The gas dispensers are right on top of each other, and I like this effect that it makes. This like yellow-blue merging gas. I like that a lot. I want to do something with that in like screenshots. Around back, it has its own little belts that carry it in to the fitting units that merge with the gearing units, and this little contraption. It ends up being like 75% of heavy Sheeranite and pyrolite production to get pyrolite components. I don't know, it's something weird. Yeah, there's no overflow protection for pyrolite components though, and I probably should have put that instead of I should probably do that instead of hedonite, because hedonite's being made at like 1 a minute. Right, like hedonite's being made at 1 a minute, and it's less than 1 a minute actually, 'cause I think if I do a day, it just says 0. Where is it where it says like 0? Oh, it doesn't say it anymore. So 1 a minute. Oh, that's when I was splitting it into hedonite itself. So I could probably just run pyrolite components and have those come out so I can have more on this belt. So I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably do that. Okay, so what else here? What else we got? That's about it. The last thing I'll show you is just this little gas up here. So the gas station actually converges a little higher up. So similar to the marker stone, I figured I don't want to constantly have to run in to change anytime I need to change my Sheeranite and to go run and get it. So I just moved all the Sheergen. I just moved all the Zeragen over to here, right? So I can do it right here if I need to merge it or split it. And I'll have to jump to the base, but that's not as bad because I don't want these down in Yinglung Pass. Yinglung Pass, as Chin says it. So that's the factory. Oh, girl, you shining. Anyway, that's the factory. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a little bit, seeing what I made. It's going to keep getting worked on, and I'll see you in a few days.